Good evening. Welcome to the session. Today we are going to see Cucumber BDD. Okay, BDD is a framework. Cucumber is an approach. So in Cucumber we are following the BDD framework. Okay. So first, how to install Cucumber in our project? Just click on Help. Go to this marketplace. Cucumber is already installed in my system. I'm just showing you the steps. So after that, you need to click on Cucumber and you need to click on Go over here. It's already installed in my system, but for if nobody if that is not that installed, it will simply show as installed. Okay, it's already installed in my system, so it is not required to install reinstalled again. After that, it will directly it will adds it will install in your Eclipse, and you have to add few dependencies. Those are, go to your pom.xml. In MEN repository, you need to first add Cucumber. First you need to add JUnit. Okay, this one JUnit, and after JUnit, see JUnit, you have to take this 4.13.2 version, and after that you need to add Cucumber JUnit. Okay, Cucumber JUnit, this one. Okay, Cucumber JUnit and JUnit and Cucumber Java, and WebDriver is in which ways we know this WebDriver manager and Selenium Java. These are the dependencies we required. Okay. Okay. Now, actually, the advantage of using this BDD is that normally if there is a non-IT guy is there, he can't understand the logic and the terminology what IT are using. Okay, so in BDD, it is a behavior driven development. Okay, it is a behavior driven development. So in this approach, what we are going to do is we are using some language which is called a Gherkin language, which is nothing but an English like language only. Okay, it doesn't mean that we are not writing any code behind that. We are writing a code, but before that we are just creating a scenarios which is understandable by a non-IT candidates as well, non-IT people, non-IT guys. They are also can easily understood what it is going on. Okay, so for that, uh, to use this Cucumber, we require three things. One is feature files. In that feature files we'll write scenarios. Okay, it is not it is not only single feature file, or it is not a single scenario. There can be n number of features, and n number of features. In each and every feature there are n number of scenarios. Okay, and after that we have a step definition. Okay, whatever the scenarios we have created, for that we'll write a step definition. Everything I'm going to show you practically. After that step definition, we have a test runner. Okay, we have a test runner where we can execute our Cucumber program from there. So initially, I have created one Cucumber project. In this, see this SRC test resources is there, right? So just right click on this and create one folder. Okay, create a folder. So just name it as features. Okay, just name it as features and click on finish. Under features, we need to create a file. We need to create a file. So say that I'm taking as Google search one dot. You need to give extension as feature. Okay, you can give anything, no issues. Just click on finish. Okay, see, it will display you in this way. As I told you that we have feature and in feature we have scenarios. Okay, this is tag. We are going to see one by one. Okay, initially after getting this, what you need to do is simply just copy everything. Okay, copy everything and just delete it. Okay, now we have to write our code. First thing, we need to write a feature. Okay, feature. So what is my feature? I need to a feature to test a Google search functionality. Okay, Google search functionality. Like let me. I want to check this functionality whether it is working or working fine or not. Okay, see, for that what I'm going to do is I'm just simply writing as feature to test Google search functionality. So in feature we have a scenarios. What is scenario? Generally, I mean, I think you have learned in manual testing, right? Scenario test cases. What is scenario? Scenario means what to test. Test case means how to test. That means while writing test case, will follow step by step procedure, right? So scenario is, it's a one word, like just write the login functionality. That is my scenario. That means what are the steps coming uh, for login. I mean, we need to write positive test cases. We need to write a negative test. These are all comes under step by step procedure, right? That is all comes under test cases. Scenario means just login scenario. That's it. Here also, what we are doing is validate Google search is working. That means we are asking that validate Google search is working. Okay, for that we need to write a steps. Okay, we need to write a steps. So here we use few keywords. Only these keywords has to be used here, but it is not compulsory that it should be come in an order. But we have when we are using these keywords, it should comes under a meaningful word. I mean, it will be, it will frame a meaningful sentences. Okay, it will be very easy. It will be like, English like language only. We call it as a Gherkin language. So these are the keywords we are using. First one is given. Okay, given. What is given? Say that browser browser is okay. Browser is open. Browser is open. First, given browser is open, and say that user is on Google search page. Okay, the meaning of this is, see, that means this is a browser is open, right? Browser is open. Now user is on Google search page. Now I am on this page. It means that. Okay, when user enters a text in search box, what it means? See, the three steps what I have written is, who page is open. Okay, user is on search button. Now user is trying to enter something in a search box. Okay, that it means. Now given and when user enters a text in search and hits enter, what it means? I'm writing something and hits on enter, then user is navigated to search results. Okay, you got it? That means initially browser is open. Okay, user is trying to enter something and clicks on this enter box, and now it is opening a search results page. Okay, this is my steps for that scenario. Okay, now how to write a code for this, we'll see. Now as of now we have just written a steps. If you want to place it in a format, just right click and click on pretty format. Okay, it will be adjusted accordingly. Now this is my scenario. What is my scenario? Validate Google search is working. Okay, now it is working, right? We have entered something and you hit on enter and it will navigate it to a search results page. That is what we have written in an English like language. Browser is open, user is on Google page, Google search page, user enters a text in search box, it's entered, user is navigated to search. Now what we are going to do is, see, just give a right click and run as, click on cucumber features. You will get some unimplemented methods. Okay, see here. So these are the steps we have written. Given browser is open and user is on Google page, and for this, see, undefined scenarios. These are all undefined scenarios. Now what we need to do is, we need to copy all these steps. Okay, how many steps are there? 5 steps, right? 1 2 3 4 5. So 1 2 3 4 5. Now copy this one. Here test Java is there, right? Just right click on this and create a package. Okay, just create a package. Say that this is, I told you right, after features we have a step definition. So step definitions, step definitions, and click on finish. Now right click on this, create a class. Okay, now type as Google search one steps. Okay, just click on finish. Now whatever you have copied, that undefined steps, just paste it out here. Okay, sometimes what will happen is, instead of end, it will give you either give or when and then. You just need to change that one. Okay, according to our this thing. Here also end. Okay, now what you need to do is just import this one. Just place your mouse over here and import given. Okay, if you give a star over here instead of this, it will be applicable for everything. Okay, initially we'll do one thing, we'll import one by one, and from next onwards what we'll do is we'll click on we'll write a star over there so that it can accept everything. Okay, this is how we need to import. Now just remove the two lines of code from here, because here the actual code what we are going to write, we have to write it over here. Okay, now what we need to write first one. So uh, I'll take web driver declare is initially I'm declaring as null. Okay, now see here the same old procedure. I mean, opening a browser, we have written a steps, right? The same steps we need to follow here. WebDriver manager dot Chrome driver dot setup. Okay, so already we have taken that one WebDriver rule. So driver equals to new Chrome driver, new Chrome driver. If you want, you can give a implicit wait, driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait. Okay, duration dot half seconds. Just give us 10 seconds. If you want, you can maximize the page. Now what we need to do, we need to give the URL, right? Driver dot navigate dot to string URL. Here just give it as http http colon www.google.com. Okay, now what we need to do, so we need to enter, we need to identify this search box, right? Search area. How to identify this one? So I can go with this name, right? And write an expert, or directly I can take this queue as a name. Okay, driver dot find element. So by dot name queue. No, send keys. I'm taking as cute baby X. Okay, save it. Now, we need to click on enter, right? So here, what I'm going to do is I'm just copying till this. Okay, dot send keys. Here I'm using the keywords keys dot. I can use this one, right? P dot enter. Okay, and after entering that, I just wanted to make a confirmation whether it has been gone to that search result area or not. Okay, so just let me, so after entering this, I just wanted to I just wanted to know whether this text has been present or not. Okay, this text has been present or not. So for that, what I need to do is simply, what I'll do, uh, driver dot get page source dot contains, okay, this, copy that page source, just give it over here. Now driver dot close driver. But I just let me run this one. Okay, see, one scenario pass, 5 steps we have, and 5 passed. Okay, now as I told you that we can run in this way. And also we have a step, I mean, test runner, I told you, right? Test runner. Now we will see how to run by using test runner. So far what we have seen, feature files and step definitions, right? Now the third one is test runner. Just right click on this and create a class. Okay, this is also a class, test runner class. You can give any name. test runner 1. I'm just giving as test runner 1. See here, you are not going to write anything in the class. You are not going to write anything in the class. We need to add two, annotations. Okay, we need to add two annotations, and here what we will do is we are going to glue the step definitions and the feature files in this test runner. I'm going to show you how to do that one. Okay, see, at the rate run with, okay, at the rate run with cucumber dot class. Okay, cucumber dot class, and the next one is at the rate cucumber options. Okay, so here import it with the org JUnit runner. Okay, this also with the JUnit. Now what you need to do is, see, in this options what you need to do is, we have a features, right? Where is our features? This is our features. So you need to give a path. Which path? Features path. See here, FEATURE as features equals to, just right click, copy, and just place it in double quotes. Okay, src test resources. Here you need to give this folder features path. Okay, and after that, as I told you that we need to glue, we have to use a glue. Glue equals to, in the curly braces you need to pass the step definition. You need to pass this step definition. Okay, you need to pass this step definition. Just save it, and you can either you can run from here or you can run it from here also. From here it is, you need to run as TestNG. Okay, you need to run it as TestNG. Okay, you got the, this is a validate. Okay, validate Google search is working. So these are the this is the feature file and features will write. This is not only one scenario, you can write a number of scenarios. Okay, based depends upon your requirement. And for this, what you need to do, you need to right click and you have to run as cucumber features. Then what will happen, you will get an unimplemented methods. You need to save all those, and you need to write a steps for that. You need to paste it over here, where in test definition you need to paste it over here, and you need to write a code for that. Okay, see, browser is open means at backend this is going to be executed. Okay, at backend this is going to be executed. While reading this line, this code is getting executed, and after that User is on Google page and this one. He has already entered into that way. Now, what is the third step? User enters a text in a search box, right? So here is the, this is, I mean, in this step, user is entered into the text box, and enter text means we need to identify that web element, and we are sending a keys. And after that, user hits on enter button. So user what user is doing after entering the data in the text area, click on enter, and finally what will happen? User is navigated to the search results, right? So that is what we go- we got it. So the same thing we are running in test runner also. Why we are using test runner means, not only these two, we have a number of features are there. I mean, we can generate reports. For that, we need to do in next coming classes. I'll let you know. And also, we have a tags as well. Okay, we can give tags like in TestNG. How we have tags here, also we are going to have a tags. So based upon the tags, we can run particular group of scenarios. Now we'll see one more. I'm going to right click. Okay, just click on file. So this time, uh, let me take login one demo dot feature. Okay, login one demo dot feature. Click on finish. So just remove this one. Okay, now my feature is to test login functionality. Okay, sorry, I forgot to ask. Any doubts? Are good to go? No doubts, right? Fine. Okay, now I'm going to write a scenario. Scenario. So what is my scenario? Check login is successful with valid credentials. Okay, for that I'm writing few steps. In which language I'm writing? Simple English language, which is called a Gherkin language. Okay, given browser, so the browser one, I say browser one is open, and user on login page. User is on login page when user enter username and password and click on login button. Okay, and then user navigates to home page. Home page. Okay, so these are the steps. Just right click and click on 3D format. Sorry. So now, given browser is browser 1, because already I have taken browser, right? So the same uh, you know step is getting repeated. So that is the reason I have taken as 1 hour here. Browser is open, user on login page. When user enter username and password, click on login button, user navigate to home page. Okay, just what I'm going to do is I'm just taking a orange charam page. Okay, I'm going to take this one, this orange charam page. See, now what I need to do, I need to generate a step definition, right? For that, what I need to do, just right click and run as cucumber features. If you if you click on run on cucumber features, you'll get this all unimplemented methods. Just copy all the steps. Okay, copy the steps. Now come to your step definition package and click on class. Which class we are, for which we are going to write an steps now? Login, right? Login one demo. Login one demo steps. Just click on finish. Now come here, click on paste over here. See, this time I'm just going to give simply star over here. Automatically everything will be, everything will get imported. Okay, so here actually n should be there, right? It is giving, it is showing us given. So just remove that and place end, and here also end. Okay, if you are getting, you no need to. In case if you are not getting, you need to change it like this. Okay, now what you need to do, just remove the two lines from here. Why? Because we need to write an actual code over here. Okay, now what I need to do first, just initial driver here, driver custom null, initial with null. Now here what you need to do, I'm just copying this few lines of code from this. Let me copy this one. Okay, now driver dot navigate to string, copy the URL JIRA from this, paste it over here. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to identify, we need to inspect these two, right? So what I have a username, right? Username, paste it over here. Just write an XPath for this. How to write an XPath? Double slash input input at the rate name equals to single quotes. We need to place the username, right? So one of one. Go to this one. Okay, now driver dot find element by dot XPath. Paste it over here. Dot send case, right? So we'll write the send case. Just a minute. And after that, we have a so we have password also. Sorry, password. Okay, one of one we are getting. Look at this. Driver dot find element by dot XPath. Paste it over here. Dot send case. Okay, now so this is password, username and password, right? Fine. Now after this, what I need to do? I need to identify this login button, right? Login. OF. So for login, we have this submit. Okay, for this login, we have a submit. Copy. So button at the rate type equals to submit. Okay, one of one we are getting. Copy this. Now what we need to do? Driver dot find element by dot XPath. Paste it over here. So what is the operation you need to perform? Click on it, right? That's it. Okay. Now after entering this, How do I know that it went to a home page or not? Is it navigated to home page or not? Okay, I just wanted to, you know, just let me enter. I just wanted to identify whether this dashboard is present or not. Okay, for that, what I need to do, just wanted to click on this one. So dashboard is a text, right? It's a text. So six text equals to single quotes. Let me copy this and driver dot find element by dot xpath, paste it over here. Dot is displayed. Okay, is displayed. Now driver dot. I'm closing this and driver dot quit. Okay, just let me run this one. So everything is fine. If you click on this one, see here, username, entered password, and click on login button. Then navigate. Then user is navigated to home page. Okay, one scenario, one passed. Five steps. Steps got passed. Okay, if you want to run it through test runner through if you want to run it as through test runner, just you don't need to change anything. Why? Because see, this is under features only. We have given here, and this step definition is also under glue. Okay, you have already glue it. That means you are combining the feature files and step definitions in test runner. Just right click over here and run as JUnit. It will run both the scenarios, both the test cases. I mean features. See, if you click on here, see this is features to test Google search, and this is for test functionality. Okay, all are passed. Okay, now we'll see how to do parameterization. Okay, as of now, what we are doing is we are just giving only single value, right? We are only just giving a single value. Anyone is having any doubts as of now? No, right? Okay, fine. So now what we are going to do is we are using a parameterization. Parameterization means, see, now we have Now we are dealing only with the single values. Okay. Now what we are going to do is parameterization. That means simply what we are going is if you want you can give uh, values directly. Okay, if I want to enter like how we have admin and admin 123, we have already given, right, in this scenario, in this admin and admin 123 directly we are giving the values, right? But now what we are going to do is we are going to parameterize it. Okay, how to do that, I'll tell you, just a moment. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, see here. So instead of this, what I'm going to do is, I'm just placing this in a conical braces. Okay, I am placing this in a conical braces. That means as of now, what I have done, I am hard coded the values, right? Now I'm not hard coding the values. Okay, I'll take it from other place. I'm going to take the values from the other place. Other place in the sense, as an example, in an example I'm going to uh, from the example I'm going to pass the values to this. See, already I told you about the parameterization, right? In TestNG we have seen already. That means we are getting data from the other resources, right? Here also we are going to do the same thing. Now now it is parameterized. Okay, now we'll see how to pass the values into it. And one more thing, now we are if we are doing parameterization means we are not sending only single set of values. Okay, we are going to send a multiple set of values. It means that uh, single application. Okay, suppose say that login, a login application, login functionality is testing with a multiple sets of data. That means multiple set of username and password. Okay, how to do that we are going to see now. So for that we need to use one more keyword which is called examples. Okay, examples. So here we need to give what are those two examples, what we need to pass, username and password, right? In pipe symbol, just give the name as it is, how you have mentioned over here. Give as it is, pipe symbol and a password. Okay, pipe symbol. Now try to give the values. First one is admin. Okay, admin 123, this is a valid one which I am giving. And I'm giving admin which is invalid. Admin which is also invalid. That means I am sending three sets of data to the same application. Okay, now see here, whenever you are using examples, we need to give scenario. That means now we are doing the data driven. Okay, data driven means what? Parameterization means we are sending the values from one place to the application, right? In our test case, we are sending the values from outside to our test case. What is data driven? Data driven means the same application will be run with multiple sets of data. Okay, now just give a right click and just but actually I thought of clicking like this, but unfortunately it got clicked on run. Now see here, what we need to do is save it. So now we need to pass the values from this example to our program, right? Now see here, our step definition will not matching with this. Why? Because see there what we have written when user enters username and password, right? But here it is not like that. When user enters, it is not going to accept a single value, right? It is accepting a multiple values. Now we'll see what we need to do in this situation. See, instead of this, what I'm going to do is star dot, okay, dot star. Here in password place also you need to give just dot star. It means that it can accept any values. Okay, it means star dot means dot star means it can accept any values. Okay, mainly we need to do during we are using a you know data driven. Okay, now see here, what I'm going to do is, as I told you, that parameter means what, we need to pass the values, right? So if we are sending values, there should be something to receive it. Okay, what are the two values we are passing? One is username and the other one is password, right? So those two are nothing but a strings, right? So string username and string password. Okay, now as of now I'm doing this hard coded, right? Now remove this one. Just remove this, and whatever the value I'm passing from my example, it will receive here and it will send it to the application. Here also the same thing. The password is also coming from the parameters examples. Now while you are doing this, okay, you need to use two symbols over here. One is starting a cap symbol and you need to end it with the dollar symbol. Okay, cap symbol and a dollar symbol and dot star. That means it can accept any kind of values. Okay, instead of username and password we are giving, right? That means if you are hard code here, it will accept only one value, but I don't want to accept it. Why? Because I am sending three sets of data, right? So that is the reason what I'm done is dot star and dot star. Okay, just start with the cap symbol and end with a dollar symbol. Now just what you need to do is just save it. Okay, save it. Come here. Now run as Cucumber. So this will execute 3 times, and only one set of data will get passed, and 2 sets of data will give a invalid information. Just a second, guys. We are already done. We are almost done. Okay. See here, I have run 3 scenarios, right? 3 sets of data. In that, 2 failed, 1 passed. Which one is passed? The first one is admin 123. Okay. After that, admin 1 2 got failed, and after that, admin 1 is also got failed. How many? 15 steps. 2 failed, 13 passed. Okay. So what are the 2 steps? This one, this is one, and this is one. These 2 steps are failed. Remaining everything got passed. Okay. If you want, you can run that in test run it as well. You can run it from here as well. So it will accept all the 3 this thing, scenarios. So tomorrow we are going to see a few more on this. Tags, already I told you, right? Tags, how to use tags, we are going to see tomorrow in tomorrow's class. That's it. Done. So see, 4 of 4 runs are there, one error. Okay, this is how we need to write code in BDD. That's it. No questions, right? So we are going to wind up the session now. Thanks for joining. See you tomorrow.